Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a Tudor house in The Sims. I wanted to do this for like 2 days, but then I kept building other things because I would like forget to build like this, but then after I would be like middle of building the other house, I'd be like, oh, I wanted to build a Tudor house. Right. And then I would build that thing and then forget about it, and it was like a whole cycle. But then I was like, I don't know what to build, and then I was like, Tudor house. And so then I started to build this one, and I did finish it, and so that's good. And so I finally did get to do it. And also, the inside of this house is a lot like lighter than I would normally do. A lot of the Tudor houses that I do are like darker woods. I don't really know why, but you'll see like here, you can see that I was using like the beige kind of like tan wood. I don't know what that color, and that like carries on into the entire inside, which I have been doing a lot more of lately. I've been doing a lot more of the like light woods because I feel like I used like darker woods for like so long, so I'm like making it so like it's like, you know, a mix of both so that I don't like completely shift to just light woods, so that I can do just like some of each. And so it's broadening the things that I can make instead of all just dark wood, brown and blue stuff like I used to be doing. And so it's a bit different. Also, I made the roof red, which I make the Tudor house roofs always so colorful. Well, not always. Sometimes they're brown or like black or like the normal like neutral stuff. But like I tend to like put like blues and like reds on like Tudor houses, which you can see in like a lot of like the like cottage Tudor kind of stuff, like on the images on like Google and stuff, which I think is kind of cool, and it looks cute like when you're like on the build. Like it looks like red and then you've got like no color anywhere else, kind of, which is kind of how a lot of my builds are. A lot of the outside is very boring and the inside's like kind of colorful, which, you know, is fine. But it's just kind of fun to, you know, have a bright red roof, because you don't see like bright red roofs very often. There's like a whole neighborhood like in my city, like some like, I don't know, nearby, like that all of the houses have like red roofs. I thought it was really cool. There's no Tudor houses nearby, like, well, not necessarily, not anything like stereotypically like Tudor like this, but like slightly kind of like that, but none of them have red roofs. But the red roof neighborhood, it's not what it's called, this is what I'm going to call it. I thought that was really cool. And so that was actually around the same time that I saw that was when I first used the red roof for one of these houses. So, you know, inspiration from the real world, not real world. Ours are hard, whatever. But also, I think there's a lot of bedrooms in this house. I don't remember, but I think there's like 4 bedrooms. Which I was gonna go for just like 2 kids' bedrooms and then like a grandparents thing, because I feel like in like cottagey kind of like Tudor style houses like this one, I feel like grandparents like fit so much with it. But like I never play with grandparents, like not that I'm going to play with this house. I don't play with most of the houses I build, but like I feel like I wouldn't ever use it for that reason. I feel like I just move out as soon as like they get to young adults, and then so the grandparents don't live with the like main family that I play with. So I decided to make I think it's downstairs. It may not be downstairs. It may have just been on the other side of the house. I don't remember. But I made what I was going to use for the grandparents' bedroom into the main bedroom, and then I added like a teens bedroom, which I don't use teens very often, especially when I play, because I don't play that often. Obviously, when you play, you're going to have a teen at some point. But I feel like teens are like the least fun to play with, which maybe is just me, but I feel like it's less fun. Also, I don't know how to dress teens. I have, as a teenager myself, still don't know how to dress. It makes no sense, but like that's fine. But like toddlers in this game are so much fun to play with and also to dress. Like the stuff from Cottage Living, I've talked about this before, that stuff is so cute. But like teenagers, I like never use, and like especially when I'm doing like small challenges to like do for like 30 minutes to just like play with for a short period of time, I like never put toddlers. I mean, teenagers, words are hard, but I like never play with teenagers. But I put a teenage like bedroom in this one, which I feel like I do anytime I have an extra bedroom. I'm just like, put like a double bed and a guitar in there, and it's a teenage bedroom. But it's just like everything. But also, what are you supposed to put in a teenager's bedroom? Like I'll put like a desk and then like a guitar most of the time. But like they can't have toys. Well, they can have toys. They just don't usually have toys. Like I feel like that's more of like a childish kind of a like room. But like it's very strange. But you know, that's about it for the house, so we're gonna go into just talking. But I talked about this in another video, but I went to the library recently and I got a new book, but I've been procrastinating reading for a bit, like 4 or 5 days. It's been a bit. I've been busy doing like building and then other stuff that I've been, you know, busy with. but I started reading the book yesterday, and me being a weirdo, I sectioned it into like sections, which is strange. I don't know. It makes it easier to read. It's not that I don't want to read. It's just easier to like focus when I know I have a goal at the end. So, that's what I've been doing. So I read 70 pages of the book yesterday. It took me about like half an hour. So it was a fairly quick read for like that 70 pages. And so I really liked the book. I don't want to say the name of the book. I feel like that's really awkward. But I read the book, and so I'm hoping to finish it before school starts because I want to read the secondary book that I got while school is going. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it at school. We'll see, because usually the first week of school is like a bunch of rules, but like I feel like after school I won't have that much time, because like they're not going to give me like, that much homework the first week of school unless they've, decided to just go full out with homework this year. Not sure, we'll see. But I think that is my plan for reading. I'm also going to read more today, so I read like 70 pages a day, so I'll finish in like 6 days-ish, around there, and so I think that's pretty good. Sectioning out is very productive for me. It's probably not productive for most people who read. They'll just read like 200 pages in one sitting, which I have done before. I can do that. But like if I wanted to read 200 pages, I would have to know before going into it 200 pages, or I'm going to space out halfway into a page and just like stare at a wall for 15 minutes, and that is very counterproductive. And so we read in sections that are pre-planned, so it's much better. Also, I don't know if I had talked about this before, but I mentioned that I was that I put myself like on a writing break because I had been writing instead of character designing, which I needed to be doing. And so I did one of the characters, and then after I did the characters, I was like, I should probably get a notebook that is like specifically for this, because I have so many notes and they're like everywhere. And so I am gonna go, when we go school supply shopping, because we kind of need a couple things before school starts, and I'm gonna get like a notebook that's like kind of like smaller, like a book-sized notebook, like one of those, so that it fits in like smaller spaces, or like I can like put it in my backpack if I want to. So I'm gonna get one of those, and so I can keep all my notes in there. So but I want to like plan it beforehand, because I also don't want to mess up in the notebook, because then I'll just end up ripping the page out, and that's like not, very helpful. But I'm going to do, I think, the secondary character later today, because I that was a lot of fun. I knew it was going to be fun. I like designing characters, and I like doing all of that stuff, like backgrounds and stuff. I think it's really fun. I just don't do it when I need to do it, and so I was putting it off for a very long time. But I finally did it for the first character, and so just the secondary main character I'm going to be doing probably after I do this voiceovers, probably, because I'm not going to have anything to do while the videos are exporting. So I'll probably just end up doing that, and so I'll be having fun later while this is exporting. My computer will not be having fun because it will be exporting and, having all of my tabs open at once, but like that's okay. It'll be fine, probably. Also, as I've mentioned this before, I have had 2 weeks of cheer practice at this point, which I'm 2/3 of the way done, probably, with practice for the summer before, school practice starts. But recently we've been doing 8 counts. I'm going to explain that because that makes no sense for anybody who's not a cheerleader. But it's basically just a very short, like cheer that, like, gets, like, the crowd excited, maybe. Usually the crowd does not get excited. Most of them are annoyed that we're there, but that's fine. But it's basically just a short thing. I think it's supposed to be 8 counts long, which is just counting to 8 counts, yeah. They're not. Like, I don't know. Most of them are longer than 8 counts. I don't know why the name is that then. I couldn't tell you. That's just not necessary information right now. We could probably figure it out at some point, but yeah, it'll be fine. But some of them are really difficult, and also I cannot focus at 7 in the morning to be learning all of that stuff. Like, it's not helpful to be doing that at that early in the morning. Like, if I were to be doing it now it's 1 p.m., I could perfectly learn something now. But like at that early, after waking up at that time, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I have to do cheer for 2 hours. I am tired and I am unable to focus. I have issues focusing at all times, but it's worse when I'm tired. So, really fun right there. But I've had to go back and like practice some of them, which I practiced them yesterday, a couple of them, but my coach didn't put all of them onto like the website, like the app that we use to like communicate. So she had been putting a couple of them on there, and she didn't put all of them on there, and so we will see, because this week we also have checks. I don't know what they're called. She called them something, I don't remember, but she's gonna check to see if we like know all the cheers, which I know the cheers. It's just the 8 counts that I am a little bit, not familiar with, because they're new, because we didn't learn them last year. We learned them for the first time this year. So I don't know them, and I have no way to practice them, because it's not like I'm going to remember them. It's been 4 days. What day is it? Is it Sunday? It's been 3 days. It's been 3 days. And so I really couldn't remember it, especially because I've been doing so much recently. I'm kind of busy, and I do not remember them. I couldn't remember them on my own, but I did remember partially the ones that she did put on band, and I did practice those. So I have those, and I got those down, I think. So maybe we will see if I fail, my checks later this week, but I think it'll be okay, and I'm hoping she puts them on band at some point. If not, we will just practice really hard and see if anything actually gets done. But, I guess I'll probably update you later if they went bad or good. But yeah, that's about it. So it is almost the end of the video, so it is almost screenshots time too. But subscribe if you like today's video, or if you want to see more like this. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I post a video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!